Hello, happy Wednesday, and you are on the Heart of Success show. I'm your host, Larissa Vakulina. I go live every Wednesday at 2 p.m. South Australian time, and here I talk about success. Well, these days, and with all the developments that happening around us in the world, I define success as ability to have clear discernment, ability to hear and see through the mainstream media that is trying to take you out of your center and make you emotional. I consider success these days as a ability to quiet yourself and ask yourself a question. What am I feeding? Where do I focus my energy? What am I supporting by not being able to center within yourself and keep buying in to this informational war that is created exactly for that purpose, to divide us, to separate us. And that's what my definition of success today in this 3.5 weeks become not success in our businesses or in our creating of our life the way that we perform better and we effective, but success as an ability to see through the cloud of these emotional distractions, to be able to sit with yourself and ask yourself a deep questions of how you feel and where are you at within this mess that we all collectively seems like created. So success today means that if we're able to wake up and see through this flow of unlimited information, which is always bombarding us from different angles. So today's topic is about triangle of truth. Because in any interaction, in any relationship, in any conflicts, in any argument, in any opinions, there's always three truths, main three truths, and many, many, many in between. There's always truth of one side, there's a truth of another side, and there's the truth, the ultimate truth that is the higher truth, right? So we are so quick and so lazy with our emotions. We are so quick to be able to choose the truth that is close to us. We're so intolerant to or disrespectful to see the other person or the group or the country truth. And we just function on that level of one truth or another truth. We function in a paradigm of duality where we see only the my truth or the other truth, and there's nothing in a higher realm of the truth, right? So many people, 7.5 billion people, and everyone has its own truth. But the mainstream media and elite reach is trying to divide us into a different sections of that truth. So success is seen through this, is seeing the manipulation of this non-stop bombarding of our emotional selves, and we are swaying around from one place to another. And the truth, the higher truth, is always within you. The higher truth is always within the very quiet spaces of yourself. The truth is always within your intuitive guidance, your navigation system. And if you step out of that inner navigation system, you are automatically take the side of one party or another party. And the truth, the higher truth, the ultimate truth is never gonna be reached. And that's how we um, contributing to one side or another, and we contributing and deepening the conflict, we contributing into continuation of any conflict and wars, because the ego is always feeding one side or another. So we are now as a humanity facing a very, very serious trouble if we are quickly not deciding for ourselves that we need to disattach from both sides and start to really look within ourselves. Where am I sitting here? Where I am actually contributing my own energy and focus? If I'm contributing into the higher truth, which is absolute universal love and universal compassion and kindness, that's what we come here to learn. And how many vicious cycles and lessons we need to create in order for us to learn that. How we gonna to get along with each other here on this planet? If we don't, well, then we're gonna to create more and more and more turmoil, more and more conflicts, pain, suffering. So the triangle of truth. There's always my truth, your truth, and the higher truth. Which one do you choose? Make that very, very conscious choice. Where are you choosing and what are you feeding? I'm a healer. I was trained for many, many, many years to become a healer. And I actually, before becoming healer, was guided in my life by divine guidance what to do in my life. And doesn't matter how many truths of other people I was listening, and how many people tried to influence my truth to put their own truth on me. I followed my divine guidance and I created the life for me that is ultimate truth, that I am trying and I am living the higher truth. I'm not taking any sides. So as a healer, I'm telling you, I have never seen anything healed by hating it. There's no healing ever gonna be happening by hating it and expressing anger, demands, blaming, asking about where is your conscience. I'm receiving hundreds of emails, calls, messages of hatred, abuse, demand, and blame, right? They asking me, where is my conscience? Well, my conscience is here. I am sitting within myself in my center. And I know that my principle in my life is universal love. I know I'm capable of this. And you all amazing people are capable of developing universal love. Yes, I know. How can we look at what's happening outside and love it? Well, this is the challenge. You don't need to love it, but at least at this stage, disattach yourself from this information, because how do we know if this is true? Because one side is saying this is my truth, another side is saying this is my truth. Well, you are the one to discern which truth is resonating with you. And if it resonates with unconditional love, well, then you are on the right path. Then you can contribute to the stopping of this madness that is happening right now in the world, right? So uh, there's many questions that I'm receiving about how leaders are not taking responsibility. Yes, I am actually saddened by the fact that there's no leaders in our world that is actually taking any responsibility for their decisions, behaviors, actions, thoughts, emotions, and feelings. None of them, right? Well, how can we demand, and how anyone can demand me to take responsibility for one of these leaders? And how can we all demand them to take responsibility for what's happening if we ourselves not taking it for our own lives, for our own wasteful emotional reactions, the transference of your personal pain and your personal discomfort, your personal division onto the others. Well, that's what's happening. And the more that will happen, the more we will have wars, conflicts, the more we will have these horrors, the Holocaust, and all of this suffering. So stop it. Just stop it. Stop and think within yourself. What are you supporting? Where is your personal truth? Is it closer to the higher truth, or is it closer to one side or another? If you find yourself closer to one side or another, you are contributing very strongly and powerfully to create next world. If this world it didn't finish yet, you creating the bigger conflict. Well, then also put in motion into the next generation of the wars. So this is very sad reality that we look outside of ourselves. But if we live with that higher truth, we observe it from the heart full of love, compassion, and kindness. And that way, we are contributing into the faster stopping of this madness. So please, check with yourself, observe yourself, get aware of what triggers you and what is making you uncomfortable. And maybe you take charge of that, just a little steps. If you feel uncomfortable, if you have impulse to transfer that discomfort onto someone else, one side, another side, or someone else like me representing someone else, well, stop. Just stop, take a moment, and ask yourself a question. What am I doing? Where is my energy goes? Is it better if I just concentrate on life supporting and life affirming activities, on life supporting and life affirming thoughts and feelings? What if I disattach for 1 day, 2 or 3 or 5 days a week from the mainstream media and experience what you're going to feel? How are you going to feel your day? What you're going to build for you, for your family? How is your ecosystem is developing? That's what we are. We are now facing absolute crucial and critical point in the humanities development or undevelopment, right? So this is something we need all to start to understand and concentrate on taking responsibility for our own life. We need to start to create our own ecosystem, inner and outer. Please, it's gonna be worse. The mess and purification, the purging that happening right now gonna be worse. And if you're not prepared emotionally, physically, financially, psychologically, spiritually, well, you're gonna to suffer more, right? So what I'm answering sometimes to these people, because being bombarded for these 3.5 weeks with thousands of messages, calls, and emails of abuse and hatred, it is taking toll. Sometimes I'm collapsing, I'm crying, but then I come back to my higher truth. I know I can hold all of this for all of these people because they just lost and they are taken by that sweeping of this cauldron of that fake news and images of the war. And if you are buying in to this, then you have that peace within yourself, the peace that wants war, that peace, that ego loving war. And that's where from that place these people coming from. So I just want to finalize today by just recommending another couple of steps. Not only just get quiet with yourself and connect with your soul, with your divine guidance, with your essence that is always there and available for you. It's only you're not experiencing it because, number one, you paying attention to everything that is outside of you. Number two, you not having awareness that this connection is always exists with you. So analyze, where are you at? Whom are you serving? Number two, I think it's a big time for people right now. Start to pray. We have to pray, not only because of the war happening, but it is also because we are at the edge of being totally slaved, and we are at the edge of, uh, basically become distinct as of this version of humanity. So pray, please. Stop feeding the beast. Stop feeding the distortions. Stop feeding the evil. So we're all very, very amazing. You are all amazing. You are awesome because you have so much power to do that. You are amazingly genius. You have this power, and I am asking you to use this power very wisely. Please, just become aware what you're doing, what are your steps, what are your thoughts, what are your feelings. Catch yourself on these feelings and don't allow them thrown, don't allow the person that is throwing all of these emotional reactions around and cover it everyone in that negativity and that hatred, that blame, and all of these distracted low frequency energies. Please, I'm begging you, because I love you all. I love you all, regardless of which side are you taking, that or that. I'm loving you all. I only invite you to start to really look through and get towards that higher truth of who you are. And you are amazing, powerful creators of your life and collective life and reality. Thank you so much. I will come back to you next Wednesday. As much as it is harder and harder for me to get to you and being with you and exposed like this, because I'm a public person and I am a target, but I'm coming to you every week, regardless of what's happening, because I am sitting in a higher truth. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm going to put the music of exit.